This video is sponsored by PelucidFX.com. Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody guys, let's take a look again at the gold market. Well, the gold market right now is the market that is interesting in the long time charts, but it's a bit boring on the lower time frame charts. And to be honest, I would replace this current research of the gold market with something else. It's like this in the song. Yes, I would if I could, but unfortunately I have to prepare particularly the gold research on the gold market. So let's take a look at the daily time frame chart. We have discussed in this situation within the previous week, and situation on the gold market stands a bit tricky. So you probably guys already see that when the market stands on its own and some geopolitical issues take some rest and relief, market starts to show the absolutely logical technical price action. But when the geopolitical issues start to overrule technical issues again, there's some unexpected action appears, and currently it's the situation when the investors already, I would say, scare or at least trying to make any steps very careful. And this a bit nervous situation stands on the gold market, and this probably lead market to stand in some ranges, shows some nervous action to the splashes to be choppy and sloppy on the intraday charts. And by taking a look at the daily time frame chart, from the one point of view, you can see we have this ABCD pattern that has been completed here, right at the fib resistance at 1337. 1340 area is the target of the weekly ABCD 618 extension, minor extension target. So if you will see on the weekly time frame chart, you will get these numbers, 1340 area. So from this point of view, market stands at the resistance, but the geopolitical issues do not let it to show any reasonable retracement. It's just hold market tight in the tight range. So in the normal situation, when the market absolutely doesn't respond on the significant resistance, I would say that we should expect the upward continuation, some upward acceleration. Because when the market doesn't respect and doesn't react on the significant resistance, it just tells how its strong is. But in current situation, when from the one side market has completed and reached this resistance and doesn't show the reaction to the downside, but from the other point of view, market doesn't show any further upward action. So it tells us that in fact the resistance is working, but the geopolitical turmoil doesn't let it to work properly. That's the major tricky moment on the gold market. And in the current situation, from the one point of view, as you can see, since market at least theoretically has formed this bearish engulfing pattern, bearish stop grabbers, and right now they're still valid because this action has not created the new highs, and from that standpoint of view, trend holds bearish. And from this point of view, we just have no reasons to take the long position right now. But from the other point of view, we do not see any bright confirmation of the starting move down. We have the patterns, but these patterns were not triggered yet, so we can see that market has made an attempt to do this on Friday, but right at the end of the Friday, returned right back up and closed somewhere in the middle of this range of the previous week. For trigger on this pattern, we need to see the market will close below these lows of these patterns, but we do not have it. So that's why it's very difficult to call you for make any trades right now. But I think that since we stand in the target, the market in fact entered has entered in an area of the significant resistance, since 1340, 1360 is an area between the resistance that we have just described, and 1360 is the yearly pivot point, and also the monthly pivot resistance 1 of the March. That's why this area is silent resistance area, and here we should watch for some reversal patterns, since current situation suggests that anyway we need some correct area to take the long position. We need some deep reasonable retracement to take the long position, and from that standpoint, that is the only reasonable solution, to wait for the acceptable retracement down, and there search possibility to take the long position. Well, that's, I think, the major object for us on the gold market, because in the current circumstances, when market stands in the significant resistance, personally I do not want to take any long position, because we can't foresee what will happen in a geopolitical situation, but technical suggests that this is not a good idea to take the long position right here. We need some retracement right back down. So as we said, this will be perfect if market will be able to reach the 1280 to 1285 confidence support area and daily oversold. That will be just perfect combination for taking the long position. But right now I do not see any other objects for monitoring, for catching, but only searching for possible reversal pattern here and waiting for the retracement down, or some accelerating, some drastic breakout to the upside. That probably also will let us to take the long position in this case. But right now, personally, for me, it's a bit insufficient context for taking the long position here. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have expected to get 3-drive sell pattern, but market we expect that market will turn to the downside right here and break this support area, turn to the downside. But that hasn't happened. Instead of that, market has moved higher. But right now, although we didn't get the greater high here, higher high, but also we didn't get the breakout to the downside. And take a look that right around the previous highs stands the weekly pivot point, and this is very significant for us, because if market will pass through it, it will tell us that market really has intention to continue move higher, because moving above the weekly pivot resistance one suggests some further continuation to the upside. And second, it will erase all the patterns that have been formed on the previous week. Also, guys, take a look at this picture. This reminds me the action that was stand in the January. So you can see the same kind of the consolidation, upward continuation, but also here is some hint on the possible move down. Lower high has been formed here, almost as here, but later market has formed this. So you can see hidden bullish divergence. We have discussed this, and we have anticipated this possible upward reversal here, and in this area we could get the same. So you can see this really insufficient context for taking the short position yet. One thing that we could do, but I can't say that this is just imaging and very fascinating setup, but we could do currently only one thing, and you will see it on the hourly time frame chart. Since we have the bear trend on the daily time frame, and we have this theoretically bearish patterns, so our context is bearish. Unfortunately, we do not have any patterns on the lower time frame charts that could clarify better the situation. So all that we could do is just to deal with the trend that we have on the intraday charts on the daily time frame chart. So as I said, we have the bearish patterns, we have the bearish trend on the daily, and on the hourly time frame chart we could reasonably to take only a short position. And from that standpoint, we probably could be watching for this. We could watch for this area. So that is 618 resistance, 1343, 1345. That will be also the weekly pivot point. So market probably will test it in the beginning of the week. But take a look here. We have also the MACD predictor, and if market will form the bearish stop grabber in this area, and turn to the downside, will move below the weekly pivot point. Well, in this case we could try to make the scalp short with the target somewhere on this level at minimum, or at least this action will let us to move our stops to the break even. But guys, this setup is not very impressive and not very attractive. It's a bit poor, and has not not sufficient foundation, not sufficient context. It might work, it might not. The situation is very nervous on the gold market. Well, but that is the only setup that I see right now on the gold market, because right now, to be honest, the gold market is a bit poor for possibilities, for trading possibilities. So let's see what will happen at the beginning of the week. Maybe this setup will work, and I hope that in the nearest future market still will give us more opportunities for trading.